Charity group World Central Kitchen says the bodies of the foreign aid workers killed by an Israeli strike in Gaza on Monday have now been transported into Egypt. And from there, they'll return to their home countries all around the world.
Among them are an American-Canadian dual citizen, a Polish citizen, an Australian, and 3 British citizens. Their driver and translator, who is from Gaza, also died in the attack. The organization's founder, renowned chef Jose Andres, has suspended the group's operations in Gaza. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams joins us now from Tel Aviv. Holly, so we're learning that the aid convoy appears to have been targeted several times, and this despite what we heard from Andres, that they always coordinated with the IDF. What can you tell us about that?
Hey there, Lana and Errol. Well, first of all, that dual US-Canadian citizen who was killed in this strike has been identified as a 33-year-old Jacob Flickinger. Now, looking at the aftermath, and we've now seen a lot of stills, a lot of videos, it appears that all 3 of the cars were damaged and or destroyed, and many people have come to the conclusion that this was several strikes on the convoy. And in fact, the investigative organisation Bellingcat, which is highly regarded for its work, says it believes this was precision strikes, and it's actually geolocated the wreckage of the 3 cars to positions that are several hundred yards from each other. We've also heard from the Chief of Staff of Israel's military, who called this a, quote, grave mistake. But he's also offered something of an explanation, saying, quote, it was a mistake that followed a misidentification at night during a time of war in very complex conditions. Now, the implication of that seems to be that the convoy was deliberately targeted because the Israeli military, or someone in the Israeli military, thought it was something else, presumably militants. But World Central Kitchen has said that they were coordinating their movement with Israel's military. Now, to get to the bottom of all of this, the US is demanding a swift and impartial investigation, and Israel's military has promised to investigate.
And part of that, Holly, you know, Chef Andres is very popular around the world. He's now penned this really critical op-ed, not just criticizing the Israeli government, but Benjamin Netanyahu specifically because of everything you've just laid out, saying they had clearance to take the food from one place to another. He's pushing for an investigation, in his words, that starts at the top, meaning Prime Minister Netanyahu. How damaging might this single incident be for Israel in what has been a very controversial war in general?
It's damaging. Jose Andres is a hugely respected figure, a celebrity chef, an award-winning chef who has dedicated his life to feeding the hungry, everywhere from the US to Haiti to Ukraine. He wrote that very strongly worded opinion piece in the New York Times that you point out, saying, quote, Israel is better than the way this war is being waged. It is better than blocking food and medicine to civilians. It is better than killing aid workers. Israel is getting criticism over this incident from all over the world, including from its allies, including from the US government, which says it is outraged and is demanding to know what happened. And remember, the US is Israel's most important ally and source of military assistance. Many people have taken issue with comments made by Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. He said that it was tragic and unintentional, but also this happens in war. Now, we do not know exactly what happened here. We cannot know at this point. But if it is the case that someone in Israel's military misidentified the World Central Kitchen convoy, then some people will interpret that as, at best, incompetence at a time when Israel is waging a war in Gaza, which is densely packed with civilians, and that will be immensely damaging.
Just devastating for the humanitarian effort. Holly Williams with the latest on this. Thank you.